Catfish Pro or Catfish Smo? Stick around. Let's find out. Yo, what's going on, guys? For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Catfish Pro. This is another budget bait casting reel review. If you're interested in this reel, I'll put a link in the video description. Let's bring you in and show you what's inside. The first thing you're going to see is your reel. It comes inside of a plastic bag. You also get a Catfish Pro reel cover, and the top of the box is pretty cool. I've seen some other boxes like this as well, but it's nice that they have the schematics on the box itself. Here's the specs on the reel. Before we get to the breakdown, I'll bring the camera in and show you a couple things that are kind of unique to this reel. A lever for casting. Once you cast it though, it does auto disengage when you reel. Most reels have a thumb bar that you push down or a button onto the side. The mounting points are a little bit different as well. As you can tell, it's smooth on the bottom. The mounting points are on the inside of the cage actually. Almost looks like rivets. I don't know if you can pick it up with the camera or not. Versus like a typical reel, it would be mounted by the foot to the cage. It's breakdown time. Let's take our reel out of the bag. Get a first glance at it for me. Nice and quiet, pretty smooth reel. And we're going to take the 3 screws out of the side of it. Pretty much like every other round bait caster that I've seen. Once you get this last one out, your side plate will slide right off. Got a couple spacers in there. Take a look on the inside here. I like the fact that it has a E-clip or C-clip or whatever they call that. There's a lot of grease in there that could slow it down in the casting test portion of this video. We'll have to find out on that. And it has a 2-pin brake design. And this is a fixed spool. That means that the spool does not rotate on the shaft. That's what she said. Ha ha. So that means the bearings are inside of the side plates. The reel side has crown screws. I like that. A lot of reels have that, but some of them don't. I wish they all had it myself. I know a lot of people get worried about taking their reels apart. There's really not much to them, guys. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So we got the reel side taken apart, and we'll go ahead and take the pawl out. It's got a screw right there, flathead. Guess that's not a screw, it's a nut with a flathead on it. It's got a little washer. I'm glad I saw that. You don't want to lose that. Go ahead and put it right back in the cap there. Smack it down a little bit, your paw will come out. And on this one, it's got like a, I call it an E-clip, but I think it might be supposed to be called a C-clip. I'm not sure. But to take the worm gear out, we'll have to pop it off. You want to kind of use your finger to keep it from flying across the room. It's got a washer. See if I can... It's got 2 washers on it. And it'll slide right out after that. That's your worm gear. And let's see what we got here. it has a bushing instead of a bearing. That's okay. The Abu Garcias are like that as well. So I'll bring the camera in and show you these parts a little bit better. There's your cage, your worm gear pieces, as well as the spool. There's your reel side plate and your cogwheel side plate. Let's put some line on this bad boy. We're going to be spooling up with some 20-pound Whisker Seeker monofilament using my favorite tool, the Piscifun line spooler. I should have found my son and had him reel it on. If you guys are interested in this line spooler, I'll put a link in the video description, as well as a code that you can use to get 18% off site-wide. Whew, my arm is tired already. We're just about there though, guys. Now that we're all spooled up, let's get a sinker on it and take it to the football field. All right, guys, we're down here at the football field. Now we do have two brand new Catfish Pro rods. We have a medium action and a medium heavy action, but we're gonna be using a 9'6" Whisker Seeker heavy action rod with a 2-ounce no-roll sinker, because that's what we've done with all of our other budget reel reviews. Now, once we make a couple casts with this, we may toss it on the medium heavy action rod and see what it does. All right, guys, we got a little overrun because I had no idea where that was in the air. It sounded nice and smooth. See how far we got it. Wow, we got quite a bit of an overrun. Like I said, you can't see it when it's in the air, so to be expected. I'll tell you what, we may even let Clayton give it a cast and see how far he can get with it. Drop us a comment below and let me know how far you think Clayton can cast it. All right. First cast. That's the 90-yard line, guys. We made it just over the 90 yards. Let's give it another one. All right, guys, first cast was a little over 90 yards, but as you could tell in the breakdown section, this reel is heavily greased, so that's probably slowing it down just a little bit. We'll make one more cast with it on this rod and see what we get. All right, guys, same thing. Had no idea when it was about to hit, so we got some overrun. We got an overcast day and it's killing me on seeing the sinker in the air. Let's see what we got. The line appears to go on nice and straight. I like that. For the most part, it's a smooth reel. super smooth when casting. Reel's pretty smooth, but it does make a little bit of noise. But that's to be expected at this price point. Got that one a little bit farther. So that's the 90-yard line right there. And we got it just a little bit farther. Probably what, 92 yards, Clayton? All right, Clayton, let's see what you got. Clayton's gonna give it a go and see how far he can get it. Rip into it, bud. See what you got, big boy. Nice. Like I said, I'm sure he's got an overrun, guys. You cannot see that sinker when it's in the air. Let him pick it out, and then we'll walk along with it and see how far he got. All right, he's got her picked out. Let's see how far it got. This is 10 yards. He's passing 20 yards. 30 yards. 40 yards. 50 yards. 60 yards. 70 yards. 75. 80. He is just shy of the 85-yard line, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just shy of the 85-yard line. You think you'd get it that far, son? Nice cast, buddy. All right, Clayton got it about 85 yards. That's a pretty good cast for him. Before we go home and do the drag test on this, we're going to do one cast with it on the Catfish Pro medium heavy action 7'6" rod, just in case that's something you guys are interested in. I do have future plans where we do the rod and reel review combo. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you might consider subscribing and hitting that bell. That way you're automatically notified when it goes live. Let's see how much we can get out of this. All right, guys, I could not see that hit the ground at all, so we'll pick this out real quick. Like I said, we're here on a bad day. The sinker is blending in with the sky, so getting quite a bit of overrun. Drop a comment below and let me know how far you think we casted it with the 7'6" versus the 9'6". All right, let's get going. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty similar to the 9'6" rod. I think we're pretty close to just maxing out the distance with the 2-ounce sinker, so with this particular reel, but I could be wrong. Let's find out. All right, looks like we got it just shy of 85 yards, guys. Let's get back and get that drag test in. Now we're going to see what the drag is. It's rated at 19 pounds. Remember, this has 20-pound lines, so that's going to be right at the breaking point. Let's see what it does. Ooh, right at 20 pounds. Let's give it one more pull. Alright guys, so it's actually higher than 20 pounds because we just broke some 20-pound Whisker Seeker monofilament. Alright, here's my thoughts and impressions on the reel. I love the color combo with that black and gold. I think that's going to look super sexy on that Catfish Pro rod. In the very near future, we're going to be doing a rod and reel review combo on that. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way you're automatically notified when that video goes live. The drag was pretty impressive on this reel. Like I said, it's rated at 19 pounds and we broke some brand new 20-pound Whisker Seeker monofilament. I think that's pretty impressive. It's got a couple unique features like the mounting points that we went over earlier. The lever for your casting, you know, for your clutch. Instead of a push button, that's a little bit different. It has a power paddle handle, which I like, you like, everybody probably likes that. I don't see why anybody would have a problem with that. If you guys have owned or used this reel, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, we hope you have a great day. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.